Ladies and gentlemen, our first presentation tonight is a very special one. Following one of the longest and most exciting presidential campaigns in our nation's history, few people on earth remain unfamiliar with our next honoree's storied life. The interesting question is why and how the trustees of the Sons of Italy Foundation came to its decision to honor a non-Italian American with its highest award. First, Foundation leaders understand the absolute reality of universality, that the world we reside in has become smaller, increasingly interconnected due to momentous advances in cyber and telecommunications. We are truly one world and one humanity. For more than 20 years, the Foundation has honored its own. This year, we reached beyond our community to honor a man whose impressive devotion and contributions to our nation are second to none. So how does one select the first person to receive this award? Foundation CEO Phil Piccigallo told me it was easy. We started at the top with the very best. A man who overcame profound personal loss and went on to forge a remarkable life of public service and achievement. A man who authored the Federal Crime Bill of 1994 that improved our citizens' safety and empowered law enforcement. A man whose leadership helped pass the Violence Against Women Act. Which has led to a 50% decline in crimes against women over the past 15 years. A man who over many years has spoken truth to power and to foreign leaders and defended his community and his country. It's my distinct honor on behalf of the trustees to introduce the 2009 National Education and Leadership Award honoree. He is a public servant of unquestioned integrity and unparalleled personal courage, who was also wise enough to marry a beautiful and accomplished woman of Italian heritage. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Joe, thank you very, very much. Thank you, folks. Thank you so very much. Folks, this is a big deal to me. I've been hanging around public life for a long time, but I can say without hesitation, this is one of the finest honors I've ever been given, Joe, and I thank you. And Phil, you've been a friend for a while. Thank you, buddy. And look, I know this, my wife and granddaughter are self-conscious, but I wanted you, my granddaughter has a math exam tomorrow. And her father, when I called him, our son Hunter, I said, Hunter, I want her to come. He said, oh, Dad, she's got a final tomorrow. But I wanted her to be here because this means so much to me. And I also wanted you to see a woman I got in trouble when I was acknowledged for saying she's drop-dead gorgeous, but she is, my wife, Jill. I wanted you to meet them both, and I'm glad they're both here. So thank you. Watch yourself going down with that gown. You know, I know it's traditional, Doc, to one of your honorees before that to talk about the incredible contributions that the Italian American community has made to the vitality of America. But you already know that. I know that. And as we used to say in the United States Senate, if you forgive me, Phil, a point of personal privilege here, I'd like to tell you why this award means so much to me. There's some Delawareans here, some Wilmingtonians, and they know that this is a big deal to me. You know, I look at your past honorees, Mario Andretti, Tommy Lasorda, Frank Sinatra, Joe Paterno, Judge Scalia, Dr. Anthony Fauci, I mean, and many others. So many other distinguished Italian Americans. And my name's Biden. Oh, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. There's something missing there. It's a vowel, but it's not the lack of passion. I may not be Italian, but I want you to know that as a kid, growing up in Claymont and Wilmington, Delaware, I literally grew up self-conscious about not being Italian. And for me, this is the ultimate validation. It really is. It really is. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. My self-consciousness about not being Italian goes all the way back to my childhood. When I was 13 years old, my parents, because my dad lost his job, moved from Scranton, Pennsylvania, where I was living up to that time and went back very often to overwhelmingly, almost exclusively Irish Catholic neighborhood. I didn't know any Italians. And then I moved to Claymont, Delaware. And one of my good friends, Tommy Marcelli Lewis, my best friend, the son of Geraldine Marcelli, I called him today to reminisce on a couple names. I said, I'm going to say, Tommy, tonight in this award, Joe, I said, I'm going to talk about the Italian community. He said, Joe, don't exaggerate it. He said, they weren't all Italian in Claymont. I said, Tommy, let's just reminisce a second. Who were our friends in grade school? So we started. Kurt Angelotti, Richie Bianco, Butch Alfieri, Butch Arnotto, Joe Arrigo, Corky Marge, Charlie Del Campo, Pete Gentili, Mike DaCosta, Dominic Hub Joffrey. I mean, come on. Just to name a few. I'm serious. This is the neighborhood I grew up in. These are people who were my best friends from the time I moved. And he was trying to tell me that there aren't that many Italians. Well, the headmaster of my school is here tonight, Father McLaughlin, Archmere Academy. You know, and that's where my indoctrination began. It was the first stage in a lifelong embrace I received from the Italian community. And if that didn't make me self-conscious, as I said, the Catholic high school I went to, Archmere Academy, did. My football team, and by the way, I was a pretty damn good football player. And I couldn't understand until last time why I did so well as a flanker back and a halfback. Yeah, well, Jake Mignatello, Frank Deldio, Cliff Angelotti, Jimmy DeSabatino, Lenny Sanavesi, Joe Davalos, Mike D'Onofrio, Mike Tosi. And that was just the offense. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And then I ran for public office. And who are the people who supported me? Started with Helen Schifatelli in Ellesmere. I worked my way through. It was the same people. Mike Deleterio, Frank Biondi, Mike Poppity. All the Italian ladies who, if you screwed around with Joey, you were in trouble. You think I'm kidding? Columbia Alicia. The Wilmington folks will know these people. Rose Ambrosino, Teresa Consiglio, Elizabeth Capodanno, Barbara Deladon, Jabber's wife. And on top of all that, the priests who are my two confessors and closest to me, Father Roberto Baldicelli and Monsignor Tom Sini, for real. So folks, come to think of it, I deserve this award. I deserve this award.